Hello, I would like to make the Brazilian nation and the higher state of the armed forces, the United Nations, and all the segment that view the welfare of the world and the organized societies. I am the pastor Tupirani, and I have a list here. To present the file is about a citizen called Marcelo Bulhões dos Santos. He also called himself Marcelo Salaudim Bulhões. And you will see the face of the citizen and the other details and everything else that I speak here will appear on your screen, even for levels of evidence and research for anyone interested about what I'll be talking here. This citizen who I'm talking about is one of the prostitutes of Muhammad. Another one of those morals that appears in the media who do not know the future, know nothing of the spiritual world. But I want to say to you who are this Marcelo Salaudim Bulhões, or what should be the name of register Marcelo Bulhões dos Santos. Pay attention in what he is. Lawyer, Legal Advice Association of Brazil Lawyer, National Council of the Federal District, Supervisor of Staffing Legislation of the President of the Republic, Administrative Agent Plan of Special Department of the Federal Police Office, TPFMJ, Formation at University of Brasilia, Military College of Rio de Janeiro, Al-Jamila Al-Islamia. Also has his objective. My goal is to be a good person. Inshallah. A good person, he said. Here comes some specializations: philosophy of law, state theory, Islamic legal, legal plan, patriotic, civil, criminal, administrative, free courses, course for formation of instructors in training internal staff, Minister of Planning, Budgeting and Management, First Seminar of Information Security and Communication, Institutional Office of the President of the Republic, Brazilian Seminar of Legal Study, Ítalo-Íbero, Study Center, Juridical Council of Federal Courts, Training Course for Servers of the Special Positions, DPM, National Policy Academy, Development Program of Operation Manager and Supervisors, National School of Public Administration, Intelligent Activity and the Corporate Colleges, Brazilian Intelligence Agents, Seminar of Proposals for a New Brazil, Juridical Study Center of the Federal Court, Seminar Old New Civil Code, Pontificia Catholic University of Rio de Janeiro, PUC. Languages of Marcelo Bulhões dos Santos: Portuguese fluently, English fluently, advanced level of Spanish, Arabic basic intermediary level, academic formation of Marcelo Bulhões dos Santos, University of Brasilia, Bachelor of Legal Social Juridical Sciences, 2003-2009, Military College of Rio de Janeiro, average level 1998-2000, the CREP of Jamia al-Islamia. Did you saw the formation of this illustrious citizen? As he said, he longs to be a good person. This citizen is an Islamist, or an adept of Islam, or desirous of becoming a Muslim. In other words, with all this information, you certainly expect nobility of a person with so much information. I'll tell you now the declaration of the citizen that I and many people save, which was published with his face, and I have proof, and I have everything. You cannot hide anything from the internet. It's not possible to hide anything on the internet. He declares that Marcelo Salaudin Bulhões' words, this adept of Islam, this prostitute of Muhammad, he said that priests and pastors are pedophiles, thieves of tithes, and he said that us of Islam laugh of you Christians. He does not know what is Christianity, but he said that by the force of the media. He keeps saying, each time we behead an infidel, we desire to laugh. He keeps saying, with all the technology in the world, does not gain us, neither in Iraq nor in Afghanistan. They are out there running equal in Vietnam. We are the ones laughing. Ha ha ha. He said each time that he include himself, each time we had an infidel children, we desire to laugh. This citizen says he yearns to be a good person. But the declaration of Muhammad prostitute, Mr. Marcelo Salaudin Bulhões, he said that he desired to laugh each time he beheaded a children that has the label of Christian. Each time he beheaded a Christian children together with others, because he said us. Each time he beheaded a Christian children, he said he desired to laugh. And as soon as he finished the text, which was published on his Facebook, he wrote, ha ha ha, laughing. Why? Because he murdered innocent children, of course, that this man has no honor, no moral or disposition to come with clear hands to face a man. When a prostitute will face a man, this is one of many declarations of Muslims and the adepts of Islam. They are cold-blooded killers. Imagine such people who have the coldness of beheading a children. What can we expect from beings of this nature? What can we expect from this aberration of nature? These beings were spat out of the womb, are human garbage, horrifying. This is Mr. Marcelo Salaudin Bulhões. And he puts his face to say that he yearns to be a good person, and I imagine what a good person he longs to be. If the term good is what he knows, he's very far. Actually, I will call attention to ENFA, high state of the military, and I advise the high state of the military to check more closely the Islamic activities in Brazil, because we've had 2 cases in the colleges invaded by adepts of Islam, which they have killed children. Exactly as Mr. Marcelo Salaudin Bulhões is talking here, that when he beheaded children, when he murdered children in West, because all are Christian in West, he does not know what a Christian is. The hardest thing is to find a Christian, but details apart, he says he is happy with that. And I want to draw attention to high state of the military, Navy, Army, and Air Forces, the Central Military Intelligence, because there is in Northeast, in the state of Maranhão, they are founding PIB, Islamic Party of Brazil, and they go, I have the whole list of they go, but I'll just provide the electronic address for anyone to go there and get information. But if someone cannot, if they remove the intention, can ask me, because I already copied all. I have all the stuff to send to whoever wants. My email is Pastor Tupirani at hotmail.com. It's very easy to find me. It's what they are. And this is what they are, the Islamists, the Muslim, a killer in Brazil. Then, higher state of the military, this citizen and other Muslims are here in Brazil, forming the Islamic Party of Brazil. And if this happens, if they come to politics, we are already seeing the portrait of it all. What will happen? They will finance the killers who enter in the schools and cowardly will murder our Brazilian children because they have the mark of cowardice. Remember of those which entered at school and gave headshots in children? They murdered children, and when a policeman comes to have a confrontation, what do? Shot in the head. They commit suicide because they are not men. They have no disposition to face a man face to face. They have no disposition for confrontation. They flee from man because they are not men, because they are afraid of man. This is the reality of Muslim. I will show here in this video the atrocities they do. They deform the face of women, those horrible things. And if this race infiltrate in Brazil and gets moving into politics and implement Islam as themselves publish on their blog, the PIB, Islamic Party of Brazil, if they establish in Brazil, what will happen? We will see women stoned in the street. We will see woman face deformed by acid. We will see woman whipped out and strangled. We'll see woman tearing the genitals. This is what will happen. Has enough atrocity in the world. We don't need no more. This rotten race, coward, who lack the courage to face anybody face to face. They hide behind groups and weapons. They finance killers to enter in our schools and murder innocent children who have no way to defend themselves. Is it not? This is exactly what happens. Marcelo Salaudin Bulhões, a murderer, a prostitute from Muhammad, another follower of Islam. Then, higher state of the military, Central Intelligence of the Civil Police send groups to the state of Maranhão and seek to see, because they are already infiltrating at residence associations. They are already infiltrating at school, infiltrating at clubs, buying soccer teams. They are already eating out. And one of their goals is also to destroy the bankers, the owners of the bank. Why? Because they are the people with the money. Another goal they have is to pull the rug from owners of the media. They do not want anyone to disclose anything about them. They want to destroy whoever is established so they can come and turn everything into a chaos and build a towers, command what they will do if they come in power. They will finance the killers. They will go into schools and kill innocent children because they do not have the courage to clean hands and open chest face to face a man. They are not men. This breed of Muslim has no man. See the picture of woman burned by acid, humiliated, killed. And this is what they want to implement here in Brazil. Through PIB, Islamic Party of Brazil. This was the declaration of the citizen. Each time we behead an infidel children, we desire to laugh. In other words, he's saying that he is a murderer. Each time we behead an infidel children, we desire to laugh. What is infidel to them? Are those who are not followers of that prostitute Muhammad, those that do not bend to that shit book called Quran, a book full of rudeness, no sense, has nothing spiritual, is only a book of pedophile who created a rules to maintain its legalized pedophilia. And got some beasts like it, this one, Marcelo Bulhões, and put a doormat horse for them. And so Muhammad triumphed in his pedophilia and prostitution in his splendor. And now, this is their goal. Invade Brazil, and he already declared this man, Marcelo Salaudin Bulhões, or Marcelo Bulhões dos Santos, with all this file, he has been in presidents, assessing various informations with a lot of courses, and he declares each time we behead an infidel children we desire to laugh. Brazilian population, that is the goal of Islam in Brazil, behead children, this is the goal. Warning Brazilian population, you are at risk and danger. Every time a Muslim or follower of Islam passes close to you, your life threatening for the Brazilian population, because in the Quran, the Muslim book, that shit of Muslim is written by Muhammad, that beast, that if someone kills an infidel, will take place in the sky surrounded by virgins. And he will be harassed, and they will have sex all the time with the virgins. Just look at the mentality of a people from a system that entitled religious. Surrounded by virgins in the sky. This is the mentality of someone that are thinking about spiritual things quite different of what Jesus Christ had taught us. Jesus said in heaven they neither marry or not given in marriage. We will be like the angels. A spiritual concept have nothing to do with carnality, with sex, gold, silver, or wealth, precious stones. That's something of this world, thing that will certainly pass away. Jesus taught us that heaven and earth will pass away, but his words are eternal. Well, see how things end up combining. They are hunger and thirsty to kill. But us, the Christians, have hunger and thirsty to give our life for Jesus Christ. Does not combine. We have goals and meals are in the world, which will also help us to complete our goals. Revelation reveals that martyrs under the altar of God enjoying what eyes has not seen, no ears have heard, ever came to man's heart. But everything has its time, and a time to every purpose of God under the sun. Then I'm warning Brazilian population. Muslims' book is written that they will be rewarded close to Muhammad only if it is in hell, because there is where Muhammad is. They will be rewarded close to Muhammad and surrounded by virgins. In the sky, believe if you can, surrounded by virgins in the sky, if they kill an infidel. And who are the infidel to them? Atheist, Satanist, spiritualist, Catholic, Christian, Buddhist. The guy might be what he wants, the guy might be nothing, without religion's concept. If he's not a Muslim, Islamist, and if he's not an adept of this asshole, Muhammad, this is an infidel. Therefore, that man Wellington, financed by them, with very good weapons invaded school and coldly murdered children, but as soon as a cop entered the school and he saw the cop, he committed suicide. Why? Because they are not men. Only a man can face another man. Who is not man, don't face a man. Here's the recorded statement, declaration that ran in a social network of Marcelo Salaudin Bulhões. Each time we behead an infidel children, we desire to laugh. I want to leave my message now to Islam, to Muslims. I want to leave my message to the killers. In the internet, we have photos of churches torched, charred people, hanged, beheaded, burned alive, all deeds of this breed of Muslim. Come to Brazil with all the rights you guys have. Come. Just don't forget that in Brazil has Generation Jesus Christ and Pastor Tupirani. Another thing, this asshole Marcelo Bulhões said he would contrive to send a complaint to the federal police because he has very influential friends in the federal police, and he would give his way to contrive arrest and scams, all this evil in their style. Well, Minister Marcelo Bulhões, I'm waiting for your traps. I'm waiting for your cards. I'm waiting everything. Just not expecting you will come to face with me, because prostitutes do not face a man. Well, this is his declaration. Each time we behead an infidel children, we desire to laugh. It will do it all the time. So my warning is registered to high state of the military, the Brazilian Public Security Forces. You investigate the PIB, Islamic Party of Brazil, that's already forming in the state of Maranhão. they must be investigated, so that late we do not have groups of terrorists and assassins financed by own state, so they do atrocities as has already happening in the schools, as there are already cases in Brazil and North America school. Come, Muslim and Islamist killers, because I'm ready to receive ye.